let's talk about guns.
Okay.
I'll do this.
Boomsticks, bang bangs. Let's do this.
I'll do the story, and if we get to the Alec Baldwin one, then we'll talk about that. But I want to, because you have kids, I want to get your input on this. This story from Texas, according to thehill.com, Texas third grader finds superintendent's gun in school bathroom. Parents voice concerns.
Now, that sentence has a whole bunch to just deconstruct right there. Okay.
So
where do you want me to start?
Well, let me set this up. So,
okay.
The article says here, roughly a month after a Texas third grade student found a gun belonging to a superintendent in a school bathroom. Now, roughly a month. So this just didn't happen. This happened a month ago, and we're just hearing about it now. Roughly a month after a Texas third grade student found a gun belonging to a superintendent in a school bathroom, parents expressed their concerns that they weren't notified sooner by school officials. In January, the Rising Star Elementary student found the gun and immediately notified a teacher without touching the weapon. The gun belonged to the superintendent, Robbie Stuteville, who said he and the school principal open carry on campus. So let me throw some audio at you too. This is a couple of minutes long, but it's from KTAB out in Texas. More about the story. Here we go.
I'm from Uvalde. Be put in my shoes. 3 minutes for that guy to kill all those people in just 3 minutes. And that gun was left unattended for 15 minutes.
Rising Star father Giovanni Mata is a proud gun owner, but a text from his wife regarding an incident with a firearm at their son Layton's school sent chills down his spine.
The superintendent had left his gun in the bathroom because he always has it on him, on his hip, and Layton and another kid had found it.
A third grade boy finding the gun unattended in the bathroom and telling a teacher.
So the teacher asked my son, can you go see if it's a real gun? Why would you send a kid? Why not just send someone else?
One of the first signs to parents that proper procedure might not have been followed.
This is one of those examples that guns in school, regardless of who takes care of them, are considered a considerable danger.
The man that left that gun, Superintendent Robbie Stuteville, saying Thursday that children should be taught to do as Layton did.
To be on the lookout for any kind of unusual or placement of weapon or any other kind of thing that's out of place, and report it to the authorities immediately.
Procedure, it would seem, he and his district did not follow.
This happened back in January. It's not a recent event. It's just now getting out into the limelight.
I heard of it last night.
Rising Star Chief of Police Don Brawley in the same situation as the rest of the public, not aware of the incident until at least 3 weeks after it happened, leaving many parents with questions.
We don't ever think that y'all have any kind of malicious intent against our kids. It's just to be left in the dark and find out something so much later.
Nearly 30 parents showing up to the school board's emergency meeting Thursday to voice those concerns.
Why we as parents had to find out about it through the news. It only makes the school seem like they have something to hide.
We are taking it very seriously. It is under investigation. When that investigation is concluded, the information and the facts and not rumors will be turned over to the district attorney's office.
And while some feel the issue is being overemphasized,
I think it's a mistake, and I think that you pointing fingers at him for doing something like this is wrong.
Others feel a mistake like this shouldn't go without repercussion.
If this was your kid in that situation, I'm sure you would act completely different. You can't say that was a mistake for leaving my gun there. You can't mistake a life.
For BigCountryHomepage.com, I'm Noah McKinney.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Yes, there is.
I guess first and foremost, the student that found the gun, a third grade student, finds the gun just in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And is told to confirm whether or not it's a real gun. And now the superintendent is saying that more kids need to be taught that and do that. Do you agree?
All right. Taught what? To look and confirm it's a real gun?
Yeah, and be able to identify that in those situations. Like little Johnny, son of a bitch, just finds a gun.
I'll be perfectly honest. There are certain airsoft guns that look exactly like the real thing if you're not being, looking at it that completely, close. If you're not used to guns. So then No, I don't know. Like, if it's not an obvious Nerf fucking gun, then treat it as a real one until otherwise noted. You don't have to like super think, oh, well, I wonder if this big giant foam piece over here. No. All right. Does it look like a real gun? Everybody knows what a real gun generally looks like, thanks to video games and school shootings. So let's just ballpark it. Does it look real? Yes. Okay. Then it's a real gun until otherwise noted.
Mhm.
Don't go up to go into details. All right. Yes or no. Boom. Moving on. Next part. What do we got?
Oh, I'm actually curious if they still do this in California. I know for a while that the toy guns or
yellow orange tips.
Yeah, they have to be neon. I don't know if it's the whole thing or because I know like we have toy guns will have the orange caps on them.
Yeah.
But I think I'd read something. This is a long time ago, but out in California, guns out there had to be entirely neon colored because there were so many instances of kids being mistaken holding weapons, real weapons, and they ended up just being toy guns. Or even like the the duck hunt gun from the Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
There's like special edition releases that are only available in California because they have to be a certain color out there. I don't know if that would like make it better or worse for kids because then they can't identify what a real gun looks like. They're just going to assume they're all neon colored.
True. I mean, I have seen those one-off things where like somebody literally made a Glock and they put like Legos on it and made it Lego colors, and you're just like, hey, you're just asking for trouble, dude. So, yeah, like, come on. No one needs that, and it's not a question of can you, but should you?
Yeah,
like, come on. And then there's also the image of the old Mega Super Soaker 2000 that was hollowed out, and there was a sawed-off shotgun in there.
Oh, Jesus Christ! What?
Yeah,
that is so complex.
Yeah. They basically hollowed out the internals of an old Super Soaker, and it's a full-on shotgun. So,
God damn! You said sawn off, right?
Slightly, but I mean, it was still long enough to go down a Super Soaker barrel. So
that just sounds like it's much more effort than trouble
I mean,
than it's worth.
How often would you get looked at if you're walking down the street with the big Super Soaker, or if you're walking down the street with the fucking shotgun?
Not at all. Yeah, well, I remember I think it was at one of the Rock and Shocks I had to work in Worcester with the radio station.
Is that with the Army guys with the AT-4?
Yes. And I
remember that one.
And I asked the guy in charge what would happen if I just walked down the street outside the DCU center holding that thing. And he just looks me straight in the eye and goes, "You will get shot." I was like, I'm not kidding. Someone will see that and they will shoot you on sight. It was a rocket launcher, a decommissioned rocket launcher.
Yes.
It didn't work. Wouldn't fire. But, a cop's not going to know that.
No. They're just, see, yeah. Sir, I got a rocket launcher here. Can I just take a shot? I mean, it's Worcester too, so like they're kind of expecting it.
Right.
Bart, you went to public school, so I'm assuming you're proficient with small arms fire.
That is a line that would not fly today, and that's one of the best executed lines on that show.
5 out of 6, not bad. And you missed one. Did I?
So, if you found out that one of your kids came home and it just told you, "Hey, I was in the bathroom," like let's say it's Nick.
Yeah.
Comes home and says, "Hey, Dad, I was in the bathroom today, and I found a pistol just chilling out on top of the urinal." What do you do?
Yeah, I would freak the fuck out, and not like freak like, oh my god, like I kind of freak out. I'd be pissed. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
like basic fucking gun control, man. Basics, the fucking basics. Keep it on your possession at all times or under your direct control. Come on. Granted, here's the caveat to all of this. It's Texas.
it is. Yeah, it's Texas. I was doing some.
So everything I can say goes right out the window because it's Texas.
incredibly lax gun laws out there. I was doing some homework before the show.
Sir, you said it wrong. It's gun law. There's one gun law, and it's everybody's required to have one on their 3rd birthday, apparently. Yeah.
Everytownresearch.org, it compared state gun laws between Texas and Massachusetts.
Oh, God.
And they rank it. So Massachusetts is for gun law strength. Massachusetts is ranked number 6.
Whoa. Number 6?
Number 6.
Number 6.
In terms of scrutiny.
Are you fucking kidding me? Number 6?
I'm not kidding you.
Whoa, who the fuck's in front of who's in front of us?
I have
California, New York, New Jersey, and who else? Maryland?
Let's look at Maryland.
I'm guessing Maryland. It can't be Maryland.
Maryland's number 8.
Okay. All right. I knew Maryland was up there, but Delaware?
I was thinking Delaware too. Number 11.
Okay. It can't be Maine. It's not New Hampshire. It's not Vermont.
I'm actually curious.
Is it like Hawaii?
Curious about Vermont. Vermont's number 20. Hawaii? Yeah, I don't know.
All right. So who's the top 5? Because if obviously we're 6, who's top 5?
So, Hawaii's number 3.
Okay. See, there we go. All right.
I'm going to tell you right now, just the way that this thing is ranked or the way this thing's set up, it's not in any sort of easily sortable order.
It's like, I know. Okay. All right.
You're selecting from a drop-down menu, so we're just kind of, hunting and guessing.
All right.
Here,
okay. So California, what's the California?
Okay. California is number 1.
Yep. Okay. Knew that.
Gun law strength.
They've got a lot of stupid things in there as well that I'm not going to get into on this episode, but okay. New York.
It's also interesting to say gun violence rate, gun deaths per 100,000 residents, but that's relative to California.
Yeah. California's fucking huge too. So New York's got to be
number 2.
2. Okay. Hawaii's 3.
Yep.
Jersey's got to be 4.
You're right.
Okay. And so we're only missing number 5?
Yeah.
And did we do Delaware yet?
We did Delaware. That was number 11, I believe.
It's fucking Illinois.
No, Connecticut.
Connecticut's number 5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it was like California,
okay,
New York, New Jersey, Connecticut.
Okay. All right. Not bad, right? I got them pretty good there.
Yeah.
So.
No, you were right in the money. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I'm surprised that they consider Massachusetts lower than Connecticut. And I'm not familiar with Hawaii because everybody's got to go on a plane to Hawaii. So it's not like you can travel interstate with weapons easily to Hawaii. It's not like you're like, excuse me, I want to keep my Glock 19 in my checked bags. Thank you very much. Delta's like, no problem. As long as it's not a 45 caliber, you're okay.
It's those damn volcanoes.
Yeah.
You got to arm the volcanoes.
I'm shooting the lava.
It's not working.
So this is Bahoy Hoy. You can't shoot that. But yeah, I figured Matt, like, I guess technically, is this recent as of this year too, or no?
As of 2023.
Oh, okay. All right. Then I can see why Mass may have slipped. Okay. They a lot of the can issue has gone into shall issue in Massachusetts. So it's not a lot more accessible, but it's a lot less restrictive in the more heavily populated areas.
Well, that was what I was going to ask. I mean, kind of half jokingly, but it seems like you gave a serious answer to it. Is it because we're a blue state?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the mass laws have been around for like 40 years. So it's some of the longest restricted gun laws in the country. So a lot of people look at Massachusetts going, okay, they're decently populated. So it's not like it's Wyoming. We're like, hey guys, there's no cops in 3 hours. You need to be armed in case anything happens, mainly because the buffalo are going to rob you. So, I mean, and it's a small enough state. So where the density is there. So you're like, all right, let's run these stats basically. And they've run the stats and it's, well, a lot of gun owners bitch and moan about certain things. Generally speaking, the laws are cogent for most part. There are some stupidities in there, but it's always the give and take of who gets to write the laws and who you vote for. And Mass is a blue state. And it's tough. So
Texas ranked at number 32, by the way.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we got to guess number 50 is probably Wyoming or Montana.
I am curious about that.
Yeah.
I don't want to just keep hunting here to figure out where we're at.
Yeah.
Well, Kentucky's number 40.
Okay. All right. Figures.
So lower than that. This was updated. This is current, by the way, as of January 12th, 2023.
Okay.
So
I got to think I feel like Alaska's actually probably not 50th.
Wyoming is number 44.
Okay.
Alaska is number 41.
Yep. Okay.
What did you guess?
Montana's or no, North Dakota maybe or something like that.
Montana 46. North Dakota is 35.
No, you know why? Because too many people are taking pot shots at the drilling rigs. Wow. All right. So the only thing I can think of is like Idaho then.
Okay, let's check Idaho.
Yeah.
You got to arm the potatoes.
Yeah.
Arm those damn potatoes. 48.
48. As close as we're going to get without just hunting and pecking at every fucking state.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
but it is, so again, everytownresearch.org, it is just interesting to see how we stack Massachusetts.
I am surprised Texas is 32.
Oh, I found 50.
Oh, you did? Oh, who is it?
Mississippi.
Isn't Mississippi ranked 50th for everything? I mean, except for like, interbreeding. But yeah, that's,
Was it Mississippi that had like the worst response to the pandemic? Or is that Arkansas?
I think that was Arkansas or Louisiana. Because is it Mississippi or Alabama actually had a relatively strong requirement for vaccination because their healthcare is so bad. So it balanced a little bit out, but it was still bad because it was like, this is the Democrat disease. So, yeah, but it's down there. But yeah, that whole section of country that I will never move to.
I don't mean to generalize, but it all kind of runs together. It's all just one.
I don't mean to generalize, but if you fought for the Confederacy, yeah, I'm generalizing.
Okay, that makes sense. I remember we got some feedback once from a Southerner because it was the episode we were talking about Furnace Fest when that was announced for 2021.
Oh, did I make it a Sherman's March to the Sea burning down Atlanta reference for something with fire?
Oh, I'm sure we just eviscerated. As we tend to do, verbally eviscerated the South and people from the South.
Yeah, William Tecumseh Sherman did nothing wrong.
Wait, what was that?
William Tecumseh Sherman did nothing wrong. How you like them apples?
Yeah, America's great, isn't it? Except for the South.
Yeah, but some guy was like, he was respectful about it, but he's like, y'all should come down to our neck of the woods
on the surface.
Just see how nice of a people we really are.
I know what you're talking about, buddy. No, I'll pass.
There was not a bless your heart in there.
Exactly, because he meant it.
But yeah, so this website will tell you just all of the different laws, the foundational laws, the gun industry, product safety, guns in public, all the things that Massachusetts has versus Texas. And there's a lot of things checked off for Massachusetts.
And not so much for Texas, is there?
There are entire sections of this that are left blank for Texas. Because they just don't. They don't.
Just keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling. No, it's not that. Just keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. There's the next check mark down there. Okay. All right.
Now, surprisingly, policing and civil rights out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out of 8 or 9 laws here, only 3 are checked off for Massachusetts. That being local gun laws allowed no law enforcement officers' Bill of Rights and violence intervention public program funding, and the only one that's checked off is Texas. So just that kind of just puts it into perspective, just how lax Texas is if you didn't already know. Oh, sales and permitting. So almost everything for Massachusetts. The only thing that we don't have a law on is notification of failed background checks and waiting periods.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, California's got there's a couple states that have cool off periods. Massachusetts doesn't. I mean, they'll run your information through the database, and if it checks out, boom, you're good to go. If it doesn't check out, they put you on a 7-day wait, up to a 7-day wait, and then after 7 days, if nothing comes back negative, positive, like hey, this guy's fucking crazy, don't sell him a gun, it's an auto negative, like hey, you're good to go.
7 days, but I'm angry now.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. The logic behind it too. So I'm not opposed to that. It's just annoying when it'd be easy. If everything was digitized, it'd be a lot easier. Like, hey guys, I want to buy a gun. I want to make sure that this is okay. I'm going to put all my information in today. I don't want to have to travel back and forth. Gas is expensive. Okay. Can we do, and then, all right, yes, you're greenlit. You're good to go. And then do the in-person double check.
Yep.
Because I mean, there's guys that are like, you walk in, you're like, I'm not selling this guy anything. I'm not selling this guy a stapler. This guy's just screaming, I don't want to sell.
What happens if you're the proprietor of a gun shop and this guy walks in?
I'm looking for that kind of friend of ours. I'm supposed to be here.
Depends on what state I'm in.
Well, pal, you really know your guns. I'm going to be closing early. Anything else? Phased plasma rifle and a 40 watt range. Just what you see, pal. Yeah, so only in this one section, sales are permitting. The only thing that Texas has checked off, the only law they have is mental health record reporting.
Yeah, yes.
Surprises me. I figured they would have been lax on that.
Well, mainly because the mental health people are getting, put into the death row lineup, so they don't want them to also have guns on death row.
I mean, how many major gun incidents have we had in the last few years in Texas that are all tied back to mental health?
None of them, because there's no mental health crisis, sir. Okay.
Oh, my mistake.
They're all lone gunmen. Okay. They're all lone wolves that live in their parents' basement and are minorities and they're illegal aliens or.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. They're crazy transsexuals.
My mistake. All of those make so much more sense. And
Clearly.
are incredibly logical as well.
Yes.
And we're well thought out. So so how would you feel if your kid's principal or their
this is a
teachers-
superintendent too, so it's not even the guy that's in the building every day,
right?
Like he's a superintendent, and there is I believe in Massachusetts you're not allowed to carry in a school or within 500 feet of one.
That makes sense because we had a school resource officer, and I think like the most he had on him was like a set of car keys that he could throw at you.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's some hardcore people that are going to call me a FUD too, and I don't fucking care. Whatever, go fuck yourself. So I'm going to be honest with you. The guy, if you're in a fucking school and you leave your gun after you take a shit, like, I don't trust the superintendent to open carry. We'll put it that way. All right. I don't trust if you're not a uniformed officer of the law. I don't trust you to open carry in a school. Concealed carry all you want. All right. If you're a superintendent, you got the regs. I have a feeling that if you are a teacher and you want to carry in a school, there should be a minimum of extra courses, if you will, in any state and not just in Massachusetts. Like in any state, if you want to carry in a certain location, you got to get some extra fucking regs in there. Not just, well, I passed an online course and now I'm a minister at the Universalist Church. Like, no. You've got to get some real life shit in order to get the A-OK to carry wherever the fuck you want.
I still haven't paid my $20 to get my actual like laminated license so I can make my Universal Life Church ordination official. But so I think the principal, I believe the principal also
yes, both of them carry
at the school,
but the principal knows enough to shit and keep his gun on him.
Apparently, yeah.
This is what I'm confused. Why do you take your gun? Like, what do you do with it? He had to have taken it off of his pants and put it on the actual double roll of toilet paper.
Yeah,
because it was like too heavy. I'm like, dude.
Would it make a difference if he had it like holstered, like like as the detectives do?
If he's like shoulder
strap, yeah.
If he's shoulder holstering, you never take that thing out, man. That thing is around 24/7 right there. That never comes out until you actually shoot somebody, which in Texas is like every other week. So the pants come down. It weighs on one side of you. He's taking it off to keep the pants up so we can put them around his knees, kind of thing. Doesn't go all the way to the ground because the kids piss everywhere, and that's why. That's exactly why he did it. Now I've thought it through. That's why he did it. And he's a fucking idiot for doing it. Yeah, exactly.
How would you feel though? Like you learn through Nick, or you go to like parent teacher night, and you find out that the principal, the teachers, they're walking around, they just have guns that are open carrying, or even concealed carry. Like you find out, or it's even disclaimed. Like you get something, you're told that like our teachers conceal carry.
If I knew that there was some specific things, like depending on the state, certain states have cops that just, they suck. And you're like, I don't trust these cops as far as I can throw them. It's the same thing with the state schools. Like, I think that if Texas had schools and the teachers were, if I was in Texas and, they kids like, oh yeah, I found a gun at school and it's the teacher's gun. That teacher's got no more training than I bought it because I wanted it. Fuck that. I'd be more pissed. I feel like in Massachusetts, if Massachusetts ever allowed it, which is like outside of the realm of possibility, then I know that they would be like, there's like 18 things that they had to do. And there's also the teachers unit that would have to do this and all that, like all this other stuff. If they're like, yeah, I feel comfortable carrying, I'm like, all right. I could go along with that. Would I be enthusiastic about it? No. But I could get on board with that.
Okay. So they called at this school, they called out like an emergency meeting when
it happened a month later.
And
not exactly emergency, is it, guys?
Well, I guess, very, very timely manner. And I guess too, it's also like it's in their handbook. They have to notify immediately, and they didn't do it. But
yeah, and the other thing that pisses me off is the fucking teacher. Go back in and double check if it's a real gun. Are you fucking kidding me? Look, you know why? Because they didn't want to leave the room and leave 30 kids just unaccompanied.
Yeah, that.
But I'm like, no. You'd be like, all right, hold on one sec.
Like, where's where's the bathroom in relative distance to the classroom? Like, how long are you going to be gone to check?
Yeah, I'm like, all right, kids, don't fucking leave. I'll be right here.
Who's the
class?
class?
You got a bunch of juvenile delinquents. Everybody's staying in that room for at least a couple minutes.
Who's the class suck up? Who's the one that everybody hates?
Exactly. Like, all right, Samantha, stay here. If anybody leaves, tell me.
Yeah.
And everybody gives death glares to Samantha, but you know what? They're not fucking getting out of their seats.
Sick them on Samantha. Keeps them busy for a few seconds.
Yep.
And then you have 29 kids. One less to worry about.
But it brings the testing average down because Samantha's a kiss ass.
Yeah, that's right. That is true. Got away with the good with the bad. So this meeting's called, and it seems like it was a pretty even split of parents who were upset that this happened, upset that it took so long to report it. Especially the guy in that audio that we played, the first one to speak, was the father of the student who was told to check the bathroom and check the gun. That man also being a resident or a former resident of Uvalde, so of course that's going to hit even more for him.
Former resident of Uvalde. That's not a sore spot for him.
I left Littleton, Colorado to get away from this shit.
Ooh,
but yeah, so there's that, and then there's the other half of parents who just didn't understand what the big deal was. Why was it such a big deal?
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. And that's where it always goes back. It's Texas. It's Texas. Like you've got like, like if the NRA was like a convenience store, it would be on every street corner in Texas. It would. There's kids there that are 6 years old that know all about hunting and go hunting at 6. You're like, all right, little bit early. You can teach them gun safety that early, absolutely. But 6 years old, probably not. I don't trust 6 years old. Get to 10, maybe double digits, and you're good.
According to The Hill, nearly 30 parents showed up to an emergency meeting this past Thursday night. The general consensus was that they did not feel the superintendent, Studeville, was acting, quote, maliciously, as one parent said, but that they were not happy.
No, but negligently is a big difference.
Yeah. I think were it me, were I to have crotch goblins of my own in the public school system.
But little Jackson with 5 X's is going to be homeschooled. He's going to go to Jack Gill University. School of Hard Knocks, University of Life.
By the way, those are the opinions of the people you should trust. Those on Facebook who say that they studied at the School of Hard Knocks.
Oh, yeah.
Always reputable. And their profile photos, they're always wearing sunglasses. And they're always wearing hats with camouflage on them.
Oh, yeah. And they're in their driver's seat of their Silverado.
Those are the opinions you should trust. But anyway, were it me, if I had kids, I'll just go, I would be most upset over the negligence, as you put it.
Oh, yeah.
I would be most upset over that. But at the same time, I don't think I'd be opposed to teachers, principal, staff, anyone either open or concealed carrying, because who the fuck knows what's going to happen at any point.
That's the problem. Is it's so prevalent where you're actually having the thought of it being necessary, which is crazy. And then the other problem is, though, you went to high school, right?
Of course.
How many 62-year-old women teachers where you're like if she brought out a 357, you'd be like, it's going to blow her wrist off.
Yo, that's my health teacher. That woman was a beast. She was a tank. This is a woman.
So she'd have dirty Harry's for Magnum.
Oh my God. No, she would. Yeah, pretty much. She'd pull out a Desert Eagle out of her
the question
purse.
is, did you finish 5 questions or 6 questions on this test? And all the commotion, frankly, I forgot. But the real question is, do you feel lucky, Jack? Well, do you?
This is a lady who, when she was, the Scared Straight lectures when they bring in like someone.
Oh, yeah.
Who's like, I had 40 kids by the time I was 21, and I've been on every drug imaginable. I've been in and out of rehab, like one of those, and they're getting paid to do this. But our teacher, this lady, I'm going to call her Mrs. Tank. It's burned into my memory where she just kept going, a motor vehicle is a rocket. Every time you get in a motor vehicle, you are in a rocket. Now imagine what happens if you are intoxicated. You will drive that rocket right into a building. Like, she was basically telling us, don't live. Don't drive a vehicle. Don't consume any liquid whatsoever. Not alcoholic, non-alcoholic, water. Don't do any of that. Don't reproduce.
Hey, don't be a slave to big water, okay?
Yes. But she was very excited to show us the miracle of life. Oh, I remember that. And no one was allowed to leave.
And that's why Jack doesn't have kids. Scarred for life.
Everyone was required to watch that. I believe that kids should be given are to be given the option. Not should, but are told, like, hey, if you do want to be present for this, you may step outside and pray for everybody's sins while we watch this. No, Mrs. Tank made us watch that head pop out.
This is what happens when you don't wear a condom. Oh, okay. Yeah. Nope. I'm good.
I remember we all had to do projects on sexually transmitted diseases, and one kid did his on pregnancy.
Well, I mean, sexually transmitted it is.
Well,
the disease of life.
Yeah. I think I'm thinking back to just Uvalde with the complete mess of a police response to that, and how long
that's a whole other ball of wax, cops. Ooh, that's another episode.
But like, what would happen if the teacher, any teacher, had a weapon on them? How quickly do you think that would have ended?
Would it end? Well, I mean, assuming, it would have ended pretty quick. But then again, if there's additional funds for teachers to get handguns, why are they not putting additional funds towards a lot more important things with education? I mean, that's the whole argument right there.
Like paying a livable wage.
Yeah. Like well, it's not in Massachusetts, but like, hey, down in fucking Mississippi, come down here and I'll show you a teacher that has to work 3 fucking jobs because you're paying them $30,000 a year.
Jesus Christ.
He has to work at Waffle House on the weekends and and catch chairs.
It's risking your life for a whole different reason.
Yeah.
Oh,
you work at Waffle House? You can work at a school.
As part of the job interview, they throw a chair at you.
This guy's good. He's hired.
Can you imagine if that teacher, the one that the 6-year-old shot recently, if the teacher had a gun on their person? Can you imagine that standoff?
I mean, it depends. If it was a Texas teacher, that kid wouldn't have gotten that shot off.
Oh, yeah. Put that kid down.
Castle's doctrine right there, bitch. Boom. There you go. Put him down.
Now, do you think it would be, yes, you can, as a teacher, you can carry, but you're only required to carry like beanbags, non-lethal ammunition?
Non-lethal? I mean, well, here's the catch. If you're doing non-lethal, it has to be a shotgun. There's no way you can do less than lethal and have, I mean, even with a kid, let's be honest. They don't have as much body mass as an adult, but you're not going to beanbag an equivalent of a 9mm. Come on.
Okay.
It's going to be a full, like 12 gauge beanbag. You know, and you get and hit anywhere outside of the face area, you're going to know. If you get hit in the face, you're either going to get unconscious or killed. But, you know, that's beside the point. It's a risky take, right?
Now, now picture this, if you will. A Catholic school where the teachers, remember, the teachers are all nuns.
Oh, yeah.
They're allowed to open carry.
Let's be honest. If this is a nunnery, like a Catholic school, they aren't open carrying. They're concealed carrying. H&K's underneath. Oh, yeah. With the arm strap, bringing it up. Oh, yeah. That's how they roll. They're like, no. The power of Christ. No. Actually, you know what? They're bringing it back. They're going Uzis because it's Israeli made, just like Jesus was Jewish. All right. Oh, yeah. Throwing it back old school. One love, right? There you go.
Did you ever, when you were flipping through the channels when you were younger, ever catch Mother Angelica on the Jesus channel?
Oh, is that the one with the eye patch?
Yeah.
Yes. Can
you imagine?
Always hilarious. Can
you imagine her just like Mouse in the Matrix, just pulling out 2 like Tommy guns?
What my image would be is, I can't remember what it's from. But it's the old grandma with the shotgun, and she's in a wheelchair. She fires, and the recoil just brings her halfway across the room.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember what that is.
Yeah, is that like a Looney Tunes, like an old school Looney Tunes?
Probably. I'll think of it when we're done recording. But well, I hope Mike, your kids never have to go through this.
I hope so too, and I hope that I teach them proper safety. So that if they do find a gun that is a superintendent's in the bathroom, they know what to do with it.
Is the school system where you're at relatively safe in that regard?
Yeah.
Do you think kids would fuck around if they had a police station right next door?
I don't. No. They would still fuck around. There was a drug dealer living next to the Fitchburg police station.
Okay.
So if adults going to fuck around next to a police station, the kids are going to fuck around next to a police station. Okay. I mean, there was an armed standoff and it was hilarious. I'm like, I know that building. They're across the street from the police station. What the fuck?
What is this, like an alien? They're looking at the tracker. He's right on top of you.
Top of us. I can't see him. He's right there.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, that's the thoughts.
Okay. Well, like I said, I hope you never have to go through this yourself.
Yeah, let's not hope for that. Now, granted, at 3 years old, I believe Genevieve would have proper gun control more than that superintendent. So
yeah, at 3 years old, she'd be kicking everybody's ass.
Yeah, she was, because she's a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. Now you're gonna deal with that every day.